Hey everyone, WW2 here. Welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Oh man, I tell you, it has been a long day recently. So, I think I mentioned before, I work in a paint store. And normally, this presents no issues whatsoever. But today, had this really fun encounter with an Indian guy who runs a hotel nearby. And they've essentially been repainting the hotel. It's a massive project, been going on for months. We're talking hundreds of gallons, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So, they're using colors that are not part of the colors of our company. They're someone else's colors that we can make, but they're not ours. And they're getting angry because they got some more recent ones that didn't touch up properly, according to them. I'm not certain because I haven't actually seen the thing. So they come storming in about 15 minutes before closing time. I'm the only person in the entire store. Everyone else is gone for the day. I'm really just there to close up. But for some reason, people get it in their heads. This is the perfect time to show up and start badgering people about how much money they should get back for stuff. So he comes in, and he starts talking to us about the issues, and I get it. Sometimes you have problems just touching up, especially if it's someone else's colors. I can hardly fault them for that. Or for him wanting restitution if there was an error. He said, what could possibly cause this? And I say, if it truly is a different color, like it touches up differently, then that's an error, that's a problem. This is not a regular thing that happens, which is true. So he gets that. And his response is to say that we need to reimburse him for lost labor, because they spend millions of dollars, untrue, but they do spend a lot. And so they need reimbursed for lost labor, because they had people painting for that time, and now the painting was all useless because it's not the right color. A fair point. So I told him, contact the manager, the sales rep or something, or whatever, talk to someone else the next day, and they can help you out with that. Everything's been fine up to this point, although I'm a little dubious whether the touch-up actually didn't work. These people, we've had problems like this in the past with them, when everything is fine, but they insist something is wrong. And so, he says that isn't really good enough. That he needs answers now about things. I'm sitting here wondering what it is that causes people to think the guy behind the counter has the power to fix anything for them. Like, this seems to be a pretty regular thing that people think. That simply because I happen to be around, I have actual authority over anything that goes on around the store. Which is, of course, not true. As anyone who has worked in customer service knows, you have power over nothing. And I mean nothing. Wow, we just don't have fighters around here. Of course, when you do come across people that are like that, my response to them, and my response to this one, was, yeah, talk to someone else about it. Not really a thing I can do anything about. It's just exhausting more than anything else. And then at the end of it all, when I was going to drop off the money made that day at the bank, I got caught behind a big old train. Which, I don't mind that much. It's a little annoying, but that's about it. Right. Yeah, with any luck, I could take 2 Russian cities this turn. At least. I don't think we're going to take anything on the Persian side. This could be a big episode, though. I might take a German city. A big, important German city. And we'll take out some more German tanks, so that's always fun. I have no idea where those Russian tanks fled. As long as they're on the retreat, we're just going to eviscerate the defenses of the surrounding cities. Just kill them all. Oh, I have a Blenheim over here. Do I have a Crusader here? No. Just Valentines. I think it's going to count as an attack for anyone to take that thing. And I don't want to destroy the road, so that's just going to stay there. Was that all of the Lancasters? Okay, it wasn't. I don't know, do people really think that just because they bother you, you'll do something special for them? Do they think we have some sort of power that we really don't want to use? It's always so bizarre to me. Good for the Chinese. Out here badgering people with tanks. That was risky, actually. That guy was not fully healed. Wow, he's got a lot of yaks in here. A lot of yaks. That was all of them. Isn't that ideal? Right, yeah, the Germans are out of there. The Russians have pulled back. So yeah, this is just a straight up go at them with everything you got turn. Which isn't as much as I used to have, because a lot of my guys have retreated. Or not retreated, they've relocated. Oh yeah, this city is going to be a nightmare too. It's on a mountain. And it's got a real defender because that guy just got in there. I wonder, if it's a city on a mountain, can a tank enter it from any angle? Or does it have to come from a road? Can you just bomb out a road? I think if you bomb out the roads, no one can attack it. Because in the very, very restrictive Lord of the Rings mod that's on this, which I have played, I haven't played it on screen, of course, but I've played it in my own time. And you cannot go over mountains at all. And very restrictive, it is extremely restrictive over who can move over hills. There's like a couple of units who can. Unless there's a natural road through the mountains. So at the end of the game, I use this big ol' Wompy attack on Rivendell, just hit it with because it's super difficult to take. And the attack destroyed all of the surrounding roads. And because Rivendell was in a hill, no one could attack it. So I think, if there's no road onto this mountain, motorized units can't get onto it. More trivia than anything else, since there is a road and I don't plan to destroy it. But it's interesting. How many planes are in there? I swear. Let's kill this thing real quick, just because I don't want it to exist. I feel like it'll cause problems for us later if we do. There you go. You know, Gurkha can grab those workers and retreat in the same turn. Even if he didn't retreat, nothing can reach him in that turn. Come on, hit the planes. Start destroying yaks. Now, if the Germans obey the rules, we should have this sort of in the bag this turn, because I can start wiping out Messerschmitts. I'm worried they're going to cheat and get Messerschmitts into the air faster than they should be able to, and then I'm going to have to fight through an entire city's worth of fighter cover again before I can start bombing. Or did I check that last turn and they don't have any fighters in there? Because if that's the case, I'm hitting Dusseldorf with everything I've got, because that's the one with the healthy fighters, so we take them out this turn and then focus everything on Cologne the next turn. And I should be able to grab both of them in that time. This is a lot of yaks, though. He had, like, what, 20 in there? Something like that? More than I would have expected. Maybe it's closer to a dozen. I'm not sure. Most of them he just moved in there. Must have been in response to me taking the city. That's the one that shot one of my Spitfires down, somehow. We're trying to get a barracks in here. Go for an airport instead. I don't think the city's going to be incurring many attacks. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should probably help out a little bit up here. Maybe a little more than 1 hit point. Come on. That'll work. You know, maybe this guy's helping him out a bit. I should probably deal with that. I tried to look up, so when I was making this episode, I didn't want to dig through the footage to find the name of the city for a frame where it was visible, because this guy blocks it for quite a bit of it. And while I was going through looking for it, because it's in the name of this last episode, I could not, for the life of me, find anything on Google about this city, with the exact spelling, even putting in the surrounding areas. Nothing. Like, is this not a real place? Or is its name just not recognized? It was really weird. Now, that happens a lot. For example, if you look up Yan'an, it is spelled differently now. I believe... Yeah, this is Peking, and I believe that was actually... That's Beijing now, right? Unless Beijing's a different place. But I'm pretty sure that is actually... That was the original name of it. And I think... Let me see. Yeah, this is Kiev, which people pronounce or spell differently now or something like that. I don't really care one way or the other. The name's worked for so long. Who cares? But people get real touchy about it. Regardless, I found it weird, because even if you put in the name that they consider, you know, not correct anymore, you can still find results, and it'll still point you in the right direction. Nothing for that one. So, really weird. Does anyone know anything about that place? If you do, then let me know in a comment, because I'm genuinely curious now. That sort of stuff fascinates me. And I want to know why I couldn't find anything about it. He won't even be able to get anyone in here to reinforce it, if I can do this right. I know he has people in Mashhad, but it's not many. Really, a fortified one of these guys is a higher defense than an unfortified 1941 motorized rifle. I always forget just how many Lancasters I have in this group. It's a buttload. Come on, can we take this thing out before it runs away? Because I think that's what it's going to do. Awesome. Alright, city's clear. I can't grab it this turn. Otherwise, I definitely would. But I can get a unit pretty close. My Gurkha can grab those workers and jump onto the mountain. And the next turn, he can snatch it. That dude has been putting in... I mean, he's a heavyweight in this business, apparently. And I can put those communist workers immediately onto building a road that'll connect these cities. Right, I still have these guys. You know what? Let's see what we can do. Yeah, you guys are in range. Actually, let's not do that. I'll be right back with you. It's gonna be pretty risky, because this is all I'm sending. Just these two. I can't afford to send out a Matilda just yet. But I might in a second, actually. I don't have a ton of guys here, but this thing's not on a mountain and it's not nearly as well defended as the last place. But if I take this out, that cuts off his only way to reinforce that city, and I won't have to waste any time bombing it down. I can reposition all of my bombers if I want to, or wipe out that German stack, either way. It may, however, force his giant stack to come running back, and then we can kill all of them. It is pretty risky putting roads in throughout all these different mountain ranges. They're natural blockades that keep gnarly things like Russian armies from just approaching your cities directly. Man, we've got a lot of yaks just sitting around not doing much. But my other bombers can help take this city next turn if these guys can't. Probably got a couple of infantry in there, and he'll send one out, one or two, to garrison that city. Because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's less than 6. Also, this is the Caspian, right? I think the Caspian is way bigger than that in reality. I'm pretty sure it is like the size of Japan. It's like one of the world's biggest lakes. It's ginormous. Start wiping out Italian fighters. They've been able to run free for, I think, a little too long. Okay. Now, just to double check. Okay, now that could have been from down there. Also, somehow we shot that thing down. That was in Dusseldorf. Okay, so he has cheated. He has more fighters in the air. Because they don't get in the air that fast. Cool. Okay, that was in Dortmund. As is that. And again, just in case one of them decides to wait a couple of seconds. Is there anything in there? Nothing. Excellent. Alright, my fleet can help kill that one. This one's going to be annoying. Here, let me go ahead. This is how many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's avoid sending out the battleships. My regular battleships. The King George V's should all be able to come rolling down here. And the Lion. Oh, well, I have 2 lions over here, actually. Don't I? Yeah, there you are. They can take harbor in this city. Yeah, I shouldn't even have to use the other one. Or other ones. They are pretty cool. How many of these did I send over? 5? I must have forgotten about that Crusader in there. Perfect. Cool, I can get them all. Nothing but planes. Haven't put together any kind of force there. Make it here. That'll give you more versatility. Since he can't get anywhere I really might want him to be. This one's pretty simple. Should be. Pretty simple, at least. Well, they completely skipped over these Lancasters, so that's nice. Okay. So never mind, we're aiming for Cologne. Because I feel like it matters more to him. Stupid paratrooper plane. Fortunately, I think their defense sucks royally. And we were able to take out all those 2 tanks without having to use any of these bombers, which is nice. Any of the Lancasters in Verdun. So they can all be focused solely on taking out cities. Hopefully we make proper mincemeat of the Russian forces. Or Spanish, I guess they are now. Depends on if he's building them down there or not. Okay, I think he's running out of guys. Out of planes. Sweet. Okay. The city's gonna be rough. It's It's probably got a lot of defenders in here, and it's got a massive population, so it's not going to go down easy. It is on open plains, so I don't think he's getting any defensive bonuses. In fact, that's the case with both of them. But in Dusseldorf, we could potentially weaken it by wiping out a bunch of its population. 61 Cologne? I don't think so. Whoa. That is not what I meant to click. In a scenario like this, that button is a little out of hand. Special fortresses. Right, I forgot he had those in there. They aren't fortified, at least. Okay, there's no fighters in range of that half-track. So once I kill these guys, well, assuming I kill these guys, if any planes I have left, we're going to kill that half-track, and then they're all focusing on Dusseldorf. At the very least, I hope to weaken his fighters so he can't put what's in there out in the air immediately. There's a garrison in there? That's weird. Because some of his, like, fall wolves and stuff are not hurt badly enough for him to rest them. So I think he'll just put them back in the air. And I'd rather he not have a chance to do that. No airport, dang it. He's got an army HQ in there. Good to know. It's not even losing a Lancaster that's annoying, it's losing a bombing run this specific turn that bothers me with that. Okay. He's got 4 hit points, we can take that. You know what? You fortify. I might need you to jump into one of these cities the moment we take it. Given that he will probably counterattack right away, and with extreme ferocity, I'm going to need whatever defensive units I can get in there. Taking these cities, though, puts us out of a very vulnerable position. Right now I have 4 cities that he can attack within 1 turn. 5 if you decided to go through Italy. Well, no, Italy's fortresses do block him from hitting those cities, so I'm good on that side. Italy's natural fortressness actually works for us in this case. Let's try to destroy a couple of fighters in there. That way it's primed for next turn. Okay. Whoa, what was that? You gotta be real careful when you click in this thing. Sometimes the entire world implodes. Freaking HQs. He can build those things, the HQs. They're just very, very expensive. In fact, I think they're the most expensive ground unit he's got. 385. Yeah, that's really high on the list. I think that's more than a Lancaster. Yep, by a reasonable margin, too. It's almost 25% more expensive. And when you're dealing with shield numbers that high, usually that'll be a whole extra turn before that thing can be built. Ordinarily, if I play Germany, when I did play Germany, I built the ironworks in Prague, I believe it was. And that's where I had the army HQs being constructed. Ooh, is that a 3H? 3G. He's built a new one. So he is building 3Gs. It must be because they're cheaper, but they're only cheaper by like 10 shields. I can't think of a single reason I would ever build a 3G if I could build 3Hs. Generally speaking, you will get them at the same speed. If you don't, literally mine one space around your city that's not currently mined, and that'll make the shield difference. So that's weird. Goodness. I wonder if this is how things would have actually gone in the long run. If England, well, I mean, this isn't, they would not have gone like this, of course, because in the real world, by this time, England was still on the defensive, and Germany was rapidly moving forward. We're actually making amazing progress. D-Day was in 1942, right? 1943? I can't remember, actually. Was it 44? That can't be right. I'm getting all my dates confused. It was much later in the war than it is right now, though. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's any special fortresses in Dusseldorf. He's got a garrison, but that's it. Destroyed the factory, destroyed the Ruhr Industries. Oh, and the manufacturing plant, yeah. These cities are never producing for me. And the recycling center. Can we stop destroying those? Also, can I try to take that out? Yeah, I'm worried he's got something more dangerous over there. Oh my goodness. Thank you. There's that stupid artillery. Take out the hydro plant. Make it even. I never see the death animations on those things. Okay, so that's gone very well. I was going to use these guys to help kill them. Only got 4 of them over here. That's not a lot. Instead, we're going to help hit these. Come on. Come on. Alright, all we've done is make the city worse for us. Fine. I don't think I have any other Lancasters anywhere nearby. You know what? I'll handle that when it gets to them. That way I know I'm not missing anything. Okay, I want to get that road finished up there. He 360 no-scoped him. Fortify for the time being. You can fortify here. Why? Whatever. Oh, that's it? Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I know he's only got a couple wounded guys in there, so if Matilda's all I have to throw at him... 1, 2, 3, 4... I mean, Matilda still is a better choice, right? Sweet. Stupid resisting Soviets. Okay, now I can wake up then. So if nothing else comes from this, we have ANSI. ANSI, however you pronounce that. I say that a lot in this series. Turns out I know how to pronounce nothing. And I'm okay with that. Turns out it wasn't the wisest move to send them out here. So he could attack us with Soviet infantry on this mountain, but I don't think he's got the guts to do that. Excellent. One less city for him. Now you can stay here and recover. The Communist Chinese like me more than you. Cool, we'll take that one next turn. Okay, that connects up to Heron. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Woke up when... yeah, he's awake. Edinburgh just pumps these things out. They're so fast. I think I can probably give up on using my destroyers to observe. They're still here, but I don't see the Russians getting anything out past Scapa Flow. If they could, then they already would have, I think. Oh, not what I wanted to click. Okay, was that all of the... yeah. And just as a nod... yeah, that works. Yeah, you can go straight out here. And please don't run into a Yamato that sinks us immediately. Let's just keep on moving. I can use him now. He can go up there. Okay, this allows me to send a Matilda along with those guys, which is pretty handy. Okay, we're at auto move time. Well, this has gone pretty well so far. We've taken 3 more Russian cities, one of which was way faster than I expected over on the Communist Chinese side. It's going to be slow getting roads up between a lot of these things. Unfortunately, because the Russian player is on such a high difficulty, it has actually been prioritizing the construction of workers and roads. Otherwise, there's nothing out there. But they've not been doing too bad. And according to my spy, they've got like 100 or 200 workers, which is a lot. So, yeah, that's not too shabby. This is 5 total, right? I hate to think that I wasted that paratrooper. It wouldn't matter that much. I could send a tank or 2 north at Bulgan. Focus my bombers in the area on that city next. It is right there. No, I didn't even use these guys. Does have yaks there, just not in the air. Now he has fewer yaks. Yeah, I'd say that city's pretty well set. Now, despite their limited usefulness, these Valentines have been pretty epic so far. Yeah, this is 5. Okay, so I just have to remember next turn, or I guess I can do it this turn. Wake up, skip. Okay. Okay, so they're going to work on that road. I don't care too much about that road. I'm going to just do that. You guys are to jump on that road or this road. Probably this one here. Nah, we'll do that. And connect that up. I think I'm going to have these units here. I'll probably not send any more over to these guys. They'll try to take this city, work their way up and grab this one, go across and take that, and then probably continue on along the back. It'll be tricky because of how spaced apart these things are, but it also means they don't have any resources, and they can't produce anything but infantry, so we should be able to fight our way through them. We're probably going to have to go all the way around, though. Yeah, that's the first pass that lets you through these mountains since here. So that one is pretty well separated as far as armor goes. We come all the way around, probably snatch up these 2 cities first. Well, honestly, hold on. What do you have? Yeah, you're redirecting. I'm just going to have him drop them right here. I think that'll do much better for us. Okay, we have a transport in here. Okay, so next turn, they're all going to move down here. These guys are going to move up one. We'll load everything in. And then they'll go north. Yeah, because we'll have already landed the guys we need here. I don't need that convoy. Let's go ahead, wake up them, and send over my transports. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of you go here first. I don't want any of them getting destroyed. Okay, so this is a full Crusader. You can go ahead and use your turn to grab him. Oh, not that. Not that either, actually. Okay, that's all of those. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Oh yeah, we didn't actually kill that thing. I should have attacked it directly the moment it was on top of the stack. I guess it doesn't matter, it didn't actually hurt him, but it could have. Alright, that hurts him bad. Let's see if we can't hurt him a little more. Sweet. Okay, that's incredible. Not that. Barracks. Okay. That thing remains defended. These guys are no longer needed here. All of you load into Dusseldorf. Yeah, all of you, actually. He can directly attack us from there. Goodness. Okay, that did cut off a couple of things here, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, as long as he has the cities down here, he's always going to be in supply. I think these two cities should probably be next. I'll have to move some planes around, but that's probably the best call. Yeah, this whole grouping right here, also very important, also very difficult. Dortmund is his only native... No, Bremen is a native city, yeah. And it's a major port, so he's probably got both of those locked down. But that'll give us a ton of extra space. See, yeah, he cannot directly attack Cologne now. He has to step over 2 squares no matter where he goes. Which means that city is pretty safe. Unless he takes Dusseldorf and uses that to facilitate an assault. So these guys are okay. Tildas... I'm going to send 2 of them here, because I'd rather not lose a Crusader, and if I do, I want him to have to work for it. Yeah, I have a bunch of guys in there who can move. Or who, some of them don't have to move. And I'm going to need to load Cologne with pretty much everyone I have to try and eliminate these, what, 55 resistors? Yeah, that is a lot. It isn't all of them, surprisingly. Alright, they can still build a barracks really fast, though. Actually, you can stay there. Canada infantry's who I'll need. Okay, I don't think they'll get rid of all of the resistors, but they'll clear out quite a few of them. Well, I think we've successfully redirected his attention. Paris is no longer in danger. He's going to focus everything he's got on trying to take back these cities to the extent he attacks us again at all. His fortified units there, I would like to kill them, but they have a high enough defense and low enough importance that they're not worth straight up attacking as it stands. I can move the Crusaders, which I should definitely do that. Okay, have all of these guys got airports? No. So I'm just going to do that now, so it doesn't catch me off guard later. That should be difficult enough. And if they want to attack us, I encourage that sentiment. I have just the one Crusader here? Yeah, he's good. I don't need to move him. Okay, well that is freaking awesome. This is a ton of progress. Am I done is the question. Right, I can move you. Right, you. You can go up here. And you there can start on the road. We'll put a road straight through. And that'll be our base. These guys, I don't have any... Yeah, I've got a Matilda here. I've moved most of my offensive units out. You never know, something might come down that'll require the attention of a real tank, so a Crusader there should be... He should stay there. Basically what I'm getting at. I assume more units are going to come out of here. His stack that has retreated that I think is in there. I don't know if they're in there. They're in one of these two cities. Not this one. They're in that one. They have to be. It's the only viable option, because they can't hide underneath infantry or garrisons. So, yeah, they're definitely in there. They may come storming out and jump onto this road to try and grab this city. It wouldn't matter. See, I'm not too worried about it, because even if they do that, I can just step onto this. He can't rush or hurry. Well, he might be able to rush a guy. He can't hurry one, though. Or, sorry, he can't draft someone, because it's at a 1 population. Although that's 7 food, so he might be able to do that in 1 turn. I don't know how much it takes on a 1 population. I guess I can find out. More than 7, so... Yeah, he can't draft someone, but he might be able to hurry an infantry that we'd have to kill, but it won't matter. The Gurkha can take the city. That's his other mountain city then taken. And once that one's in our possession, it'll be a matter of getting guys over to properly reinforce it. But he can't get at it, because the only pathway in is a hill. So all of his tanks will slow, and we can destroy them. Those guys will probably retreat. Which, okay. I do not like that. But I don't have the time or the planes to focus on them right now. I'd gleefully wipe them all off the map if I held these cities. Which I should before too long. But I can't right now. Okay, let's send this Matilda over here. Do I have a spare unit I really don't need around here? Hold on. In here. British India. Pick up the Crusader and the Matilda. You guys can go up here. The Flak can go here too. Yeah, one of the British infantry can go running down here, and I can exchange him for a Matilda. We're up at 918 gold. Coming in a turn. I bet you that's from this. That is so much food coming in. Is that 325 cows? Holy smokes. And then a 12. Yeah, that's gigantic. Dusseldorf also has reasonably good cows, though. Yeah, I think all of theirs are cattle 12, but they're nice. Who's using that? Oh, it must be Rotterdam. No? Okay, well it isn't that, and you're not allowed to, are you? It's in my territory. Who is... What? That's messed up. What is that? Okay, well, either way, we're going to get barracks and airports up there as fast as possible. We're going to stage the next phase of our assault, which is taking Bremen and Dortmund from him. Dortmund's going to be a handful. I cannot take it all in 1 turn, so I'm going to have to station a bunch of troops in 1 location, and then bomb it out. Because yeah, no, there's no way... Depending on what Bremen unlocks. Okay, I'll focus all my efforts on Bremen first, then we'll see about Dortmund afterwards. Because if Bremen somehow, by some magical means, gives us, well, any of these squares, which I don't believe it will for a second, or this one, which I also don't think it will, then we can take Dortmund in 1 turn. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go over the hills and the forests. I just don't think that's very likely. That's not going to make it easy. Dortmund's going to be a bit of a stronghold, probably. Let's see. I don't have anything else I'm dealing with down here. Let's see. I don't need as many Matildas out here anymore. Unless they're my only defense. Well, no. These guys were unfortified, weren't they? They don't need to be garrisoned anymore. So they can all start rolling out. As can those. Here, get up here. I'll just send these Matildas this way. They can be handy out there in Persia. And since Communist China is not under threat anymore, my Communist Chinese city isn't, I can send the Matildas out of there as well. I'll keep a couple, so that I can send them over the... Well, it's going to be ages if we ever get a road through there. I'll leave one here. The rest of you are just going north. I don't think he's got PE2s anywhere in range, so I'm not too worried about that either. And since we're focused on taking these, I'm not going to send these guys at Krasnovodsk. Besides, that'd take forever. I think it'd be best if we just came through this direction. Well, that's not going to make a difference. He's going to have roads, the roads blocked off either way. At least I could use a mountain, though. That way any counterattack is sure to fail. Also, you could use like a road path right through here. And yet his moron workers are digging in the middle of a desert. Like, he doesn't have enough of them to waste on that. Oh well. Right, so these guys, I managed all that. Yeah, don't have to worry about that one anymore. Or those. These guys have all moved in the directions that they're going to. That's going to require bomber support. I need more Lancasters out here. Though I don't intend to use them on too much yet. These guys might just come up here and start harassing them. Once I get this fleet together, if we can land them, I'm going to focus all of my Lancasters on taking out Japan. Because I want them off the map. I'm tired of... They're still building zeros, and I hate it, and I'm so tired of them. Okay, he's down 20 Volkwolves, which is nice. We killed a handful of them. 3 Junker 88s. He's got 11 German 88s. Oh my goodness. I hate those things. 52 109Fs. Alright, so we killed like 10 of them from his normal numbers. 10 3Gs, which will likely all come out and counterattack. 83 motorized infantry. Do I have enough 3Gs here? Or Matildas here? Okay, you know what? Forget that Crusader. If he wants to kill it, he can kill it. I can't lose the city. Oh, right, I have you guys too. What are we looking at here? Just the one Matilda. But 2 British infantry. Yeah, I'll send them out. If he hit Amsterdam with all of his 3Gs, he could take it. But he'd need all of them, I think. And I am of the mind that without these cities, he doesn't have enough movement to get in there and attack. So it should be fine. But this one, well, he'd still have to get to Dortmund, so even if he wanted to, he probably still couldn't. Like, Dortmund is so far away that unless they're right here, like this, Berlin and Dresden, I think, are about as far away as you can get, still attack. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one movement out, and then they would stop at the border. Anything from these three or these three would be fine. Anywhere else that's farther out, you're going to use a movement just to get here, and then it won't matter. Alright, in that place, that's all I have there. I may send the artillery down here, just so I don't have to worry about dealing with them anymore. We can just artillery them all into the ground. I'm not too concerned as it is, but they're annoying. Okay, and Russia. Have they been building any more PE2s? I can't remember. But that's relevant information. 40 T-34s. Yeah, he's pumping another wave of those out. 91 Yaks. He's been losing numbers on those. And only 2 PE2s. How many workers did it say? Hold on. 131. I thought he had way more than that. Okay. Well, I think I should just go over to the next turn then, stop stalling, and get this done with. He did have a lot of Yaks in that city in the mountains that we're approaching. Like a bunch of them. Does he have ships that he has built in Buffalo and Detroit that are just sailing back and forth? If he does, that is so annoying. You could have built those ships anywhere else. They could actually do something. Instead, they're trapped there like morons. This has been a pretty long turn. Part of that's my fault. I've made it longer than it has to be. But I've gotten real into it. Here we go. Hi, guys. Interesting. The Germans are retreating from the Russian territories. Now, counter-bombing's going to be difficult here. Dortmund does have fighters. Here we go. Yeah, they're falling back out of there. I'm good with that. Oh! Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. He's got a bunch of his infantry out there. So all of his motorized stuff seems to be here in Europe, and everything else is out in Asia for some reason. Wow. I guess he's still under Nuremberg's fighter cover, that one infantry. Okay, that was a relatively harmless move from the Germans. Good for the Chinese. Okay, well, I'm not going to honor that peace treaty. We're going to kill them. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen here? We're just going to fight and I'm going to kill them all. I'm not going to stand here and let them exist. I like how they didn't contact me and tell me to get out of their lands. That's what's funny. Let's see. I think a harbor. Probably pretty helpful for them. Okay. Awesome. We've dealt with all the resistors. $19 resistors. Still a bunch of them. Yeah, we're going to need more workers if we're going to properly invade Siberia. A lot of mountains, a lot of forests. I plan to lay down roads behind most of our work. Hey, Whitehorse finished its walls. 27 turns, not that bad for a university when you're in a city like that one. I have done everything I can for it. Cool, yeah, this one's pretty close to being up and running. Get a bank first. I make more benefits off of that. You know, truly the most annoying part of using my fighters to intercept enemy fighters. So, using them on Russia, it doesn't annoy me. Same thing with Japan, because we usually win. With Germany, you really are, you're losing something. Like, when you're using your fighters on them, you're losing those fighters, because they're going to win almost every time. It gets pretty annoying, pretty exhausting. Does this thing already have a manufacturing plant? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, get this city up and running. Advantages to fighting with the Communist Chinese, you don't actually have to bomb their cities all that much, because they're terrible. Okay, that's already done. I've already woken up those. Yeah, I don't have to do anything on that front. Gonna have to do a lot of fighters. Every Spitfire I've got. But hey, you know, Bremen is actually, doesn't cover a whole lot. We make sure that this thing is clear for bombing, and then I'll use any remaining Spitfires I have to hit Bremen. I'm assuming this is most of his counterattacking force, so we wipe out these guys. And then I just move my attackers right here. Or preferably here or here. And then next turn we can take Dortmund too. I may need to move a couple of fighters, though. And once we can take most of these cities, and then hopefully this cluster here, which is be our next main goal, I can more freely use the water and free up my fighters here, because they won't even be able to bomb the cities. I think Hamburg and maybe Leipzig could still potentially hit London, but these two would be safe. And I could much more easily move my transports back and forth. And hopefully by the time we get there, I've already taken most of the Italian spots. None of them are very convenient for the Germans to use against me. There is this place here where they could come right in. But I could just bomb out that road. It doesn't matter. They could do the same thing here, actually. No, that's a hill. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Once my forces arrive here, I need to get together an attacking force of Lancasters. Because I don't want to directly attack those mountain infantry. They're pretty rough. That's on the hills, which I didn't know. And of course, we're not going to take that city without bombers. But I don't plan on clearing out these surrounding fortresses. We'll take the main body of them here, and then potentially send a detachment, or just leave them there until we've dealt with Germany, and I'm down here. I'm not sure yet. And I need to figure out something to do about these Russians. So speaking of, there we go. Yeah, so it was a pointless piece anyway. Yeah, I think the moment we're done with Germany and we've pushed them back, I'll just assemble whatever transports I have in here that I used to invade Italy. No, I can't use the ones I used to invade Italy because stupid France is blocking the way. So I'll have to build some. But I'll build a transport or two and we'll start loading into Spain so I can clear these guys out. Most of his... You know? Let me check. It's very possible that most of his... what do you call them? His tanks, Russia's remaining tank battalions or divisions, are still stuck in here. I'm curious. Soviet Russia, spy, investigate city. Where's Z? They have a lot. He has a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing next. I'm going to assemble all of my fighters from these cities, and we're going to start killing them. I'd clear them out from here just so he doesn't have them anymore. Then we're going to hit Barcelona with all of them. Try to keep Barcelona soft for our invasion. Because that'll be where we land. And then we'll just spread out from there. I can leave Gibraltar alone until I'm prepared to take it. Yeah, I'd say things are looking up. The capture of those two cities is a massive step forward in Europe. That's going to be it for this one. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.